So we saw how this ill-minded people complained to the collector. Now, after a few days, Sri Harichand Thakur himself visited the village of Dasorath, went to his home and stayed there for a few days. Now, and as always, there is to be singing and dancing and taking the names or chanting the names of the Lord the whole day, right? And as Sri Harichand Thakur was himself leading the procession, was himself leading the sort of activities, and the entire village was attending the event, and entire village was sort of hypnotized at the magic that they saw before their own eyes, at the sort of the color, the enigma that was there in the singing and dancing of Sri Harichand Thakur. So it says here that they used to be so in sort of absolute devotion to Sri Harichand that they used to forget their beings and used to be hypnotized to without their knowledge, and they used to they could not listen to anything or could not see anything else apart from the Lord himself. In this time, these ill-minded men, seeing or perceiving this as an opportunity, brought the collector to Dasorath's house. Seeing this picture, seeing this state of the people, the collector was very angry or became very angry on Dasorath. He scolded Dasorath severely and said many ill words or cursed him. That's the right word. Cursed Dasorath to no effect. The collector even dared to disrespect the Lord Sri Harichand Thakur himself and said many bad things about him as well. He even cursed or scolded the women folk who were there, because as you remember, women were not supposed to participate in these kind of activities in those days, back in those days. So he even scolded the women for being there. Having said that, Dasorath replied, Dasorath bole babu mor dosh kishe, jar jar nari shei loer ashe. Dasorath is saying, Mr. Collector, where am I at fault? I did not ask these women to be here. They came of their own accord. They came with their husbands. They came with their brother. They came with their father. I did not ask, or I did not kidnap them and bring them here. They came all of their own accord. জেনে শুনে বড় বাবু কেবা করে দোষ, প্রভুকে আনিনু আমি হইয়া সন্তোষ. So he's saying, you Mr. Collector, you are accusing me of something I haven't done, because if I knew that I was doing something wrong, I wouldn't have done this, and I don't think I have done anything wrong, right? So what is the point of undermining me, of disrespecting me in front of everyone and cursing me in this language? Prabhuke aninu ami hoya santosh. So all I did is I brought the Lord, or I invited the Lord over, and he came because he was pleased with me. That's all that I did. ঠাকুর আছেন মত্ত হরিনাম গানে, পাষাণ গলিত হয় এই নামের গুণে. So Dasorath is saying, Thakur, or the Lord himself, is lost in the name of the Lord, or he is totally sort of consumed by the name of the Lord himself. And what's his fault? Even stones are melted if you take the name of the Lord in the way that he does. So that's why you see that everyone here is in another world altogether, is transported or is into a transcendental world. মেয়েরা এসেছে সব নাম আকর্ষণে, অগ্নি দেখে পতঙ্গিনী থাকিবে কেমনে. So the women have also come because they are attracted by the name of the Lord. Seeing fire, the insects cannot remain far, or seeing light. So when there is darkness, the insects, they are here and there, right? But when we switch on a bulb, the insects all accumulate around that light. So he's saying that the women have come after being attracted by the name of the Lord, and how can they keep off or keep away from this? And he compares this to insects coming around light. So as insects come around light, automatically the women could not have kept themselves away from this. So with these answers, the collector was still not satisfied. He had made up his mind in a way, but he asked, or he tried to corner Dasarath with a number of additional questions. He asked, why Nayeb kohiche keno uludhoni dare? So there is a tradition in Bengal of uludhoni. Uludhoni is specially practiced by women, and it's a sort of a noise that they make from their mouth by using their tongue, by flapping their tongue against the cheek. So that's uludhoni. The Nayeb kohiche keno uludhoni dare? Dasarath bole hoy anondo udoy. So the Nayeb is asking, why are the women for giving uludhoni? And Dasarath replies, because they are happy. It makes them happy. That's all that one needs to be in life, is happy, and that's why they are giving uludhoni. Nayeb kohiche keno pododhoni pore? Dasarath bole shudhu garo bhakti kore. So the collector is asking, why these women are falling in the feet of Sri Harichand Thakur? And Dasarath said, it's obvious that these women are truly devoted to the Lord, to Sri Harichand Thakur. And that's why can't you see that their devotion, that they're falling to their feet? Nayeb kohiche tor nari kon preme, Thakurer kache boshe mete kon name. So here the collector attacks Dasarath with a personal question. He says, why is your wife going and sitting and not staying beside you, but going and sitting next to Sri Harichand Thakur? And what love she has, what love does she have for Thakur? Dasarath bole, iha kobhu nahe mondo, e amar bohu bhagyo paramanand. So Dasarath refutes this argument, or quashes all claims. He says that don't for a second think that this is bad. What my wife doing is bad. What my wife doing, going sitting next to another man and leaving me or leaving my side is not bad at all. It's my it's my good fortune that my wife gets to sit beside Sri Harichand Thakur. Number one, it's not bad. It's actually my great fortune that my wife has done that. Nayeb kohiche ore bhondo tapaswi, jaha shuniyachi taha dekhilam ashi. So the collector still is not convinced, or the collector has made up his mind, and he says to Dasarath, so bhondo tapaswi means deceitful saint. So you deceitful saint, whatever I thought about you, everything is right. That you are not a good person. You are a bad person doing bad things in this village. Dasarath bole, babu sthir koro mon, ami sob bolitechi ক্রোধ কি কারণ? সাধু মুখমৃত পাবে শাস্ত্রে ইহা আছে, গৌরাঙ্গ লীলায় এর প্রমাণ আছে. So Dasarath says, Mr. Collector, please calm down. Please calm down. I'm answering every question of yours, and I will answer every follow-up. But please calm down. This behavior is not unsaintly or unpious. This behavior, this song and dance has even got mentions in our religious texts, and it was practiced by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. So please don't get worked out. Please understand where we are coming from. So seeing these responses of Dasarath, the collector became even more angry. He got so enraged that they picked up his shoe and hit Dasharath 10 times with the shoe, and in absolute abusives cursed him and said all sorts of bad things about him. Even after doing that, he had the audacity to ask the Lord himself that the Lord shall be taken to court. If he does not come, he'll have to pay a fine of 10 rupees. So 10 rupees in those days were a very big deal. Hearing that, the Lord says, প্রভু বলে মালাবতী শীঘ্র ঘরে যাও, 10 টাকা চাহে ওহে 20 টাকা দাও। ঘর হতে ঠাকুর কহেন নায়েবেরে, আর 10 টাকা আমি দিলাম তোমারে। So the Lord asked Malavati. Malavati is Dasharath's wife. He asked Malavati to go inside and bring 20 rupees. So he says the collector is asking for 10 rupees, giving 20 rupees. ঘর হতে ঠাকুর কহেন নায়েবেরে, আর 10 টাকা আমি দিলাম তোমারে। So the Lord is saying, the Lord says to the Nayeb that you are asking for 10, I am giving you 20. কত নিবে কত খাবে প্রজা বেচে রইলে, ধনে বংশে মজাইলে কে মার মারিলে, বারে বারে ইচ্ছা করে মরি মারিবারে, এই আমার ছাড়া মারি ছোকারে। So the Lord says a very interesting thing. How much will you take from these poor people? How much will you have? You can only take as long as these people are alive. If these people are not here, you will also die. Remember that. And using your power and using your oppression on these people, you hit this poor person or this innocent person so badly. But I know what your true intention is. You do not you did not want to, or actually when you are hitting him, what you wanted to do was hit me instead. But since hitting him was easier, you hit him, but all you wanted to do is hit me instead of him. জরিমানা দিলাম যে 10 টাকা বেশি, এখন নায়েব বাবু হয়েছো কি খুশি? So you asked for 10 rupees penalty, I give you 20 rupees. Now tell me, are you happy? So when the Lord himself took matter into his hands, and when he reprimanded the collector for his actions, after a while the collector understood his mistakes. He understood his mistakes and he says, তোদের কথায় আমি মিছা করি রোষ, ঘরে দীপ বহু লোক কিবা করে দোষ। So he says, তোদের কথায় আমি মিছা, so I should not get angry at what you said. My anger is not justified. If there are so many people in this house, it does not mean that they are doing something wrong. So a mob or a collection of people at any place does not automatically say that they are gathered to do something wrong. পতিব্রতা সতী নারী পতি আছে সাথে, দোষ যদি করে তাহা করে গোপনেতে। So he's saying the women folk who have gathered here of their own accord, have not been brought here under some illicit purpose, and they have their husbands, brothers and fathers with them. So why do I have to worry? এখন তাদের প্রতি নাহিক জুলুম, নাম গান করিবারে দিয়াছি হুকুম। So he says, I will never ever touch them or create any oppression on them or hurt them in any way. They will sing, they will dance, I openly give the permission. মারিয়াছি দশরথ ভাগ্য কিবা হয়, এই ঠাকুর সামান্য ঠাকুর যেন নয়। So he's saying, what my luck is bad, or I am ill-fortuned that I am the one who did the audacity or have the misfortune of hitting Dasharath. If I knew, or I have realized that this Lord is not some ordinary God-man, is something beyond everybody's imagination. And once I realized this, I immediately came to the realization that what I did is wrong. আজানুলম্বিত ভুজ আকর্ণ নয়ন, মানুষেতে নাহি মিলে এমন লক্ষণ। So he's saying he's praising the form of the Lord. He's saying so ajanulombito means extra long hands. So the hands extend up to the knees, so that's called ajanulambito bhuj. So ajanulambito bhuj akono lon, the eyes, so beautiful eyes. Manushoden having these traits or these forms or these bodily forms cannot be present in an ordinary person. 10 টাকা জরিমানা 20 টাকা দিছে, কি জানি ঠাকুর জানো মনে কি করিছে. So he's saying that I asked for 10 rupees penalty, he gave me 20. I am very fearful of what the Lord is thinking of me.